Good evening, Big Country. I'm Caitlin Leggett back on your sports desk, and the Wildcats of ACU back home at Crutcher Scott Field taking on the Wolverines of Utah Valley for Game 3 after splitting the series with a 9-2 win followed by a 5-3 loss. The Wolverines coming out hot early, setting the tone in the first 3 innings. Derek Houston steps up and drives one just to the right of center field. He'll hustle from first and slide safely into second base to get things started. Utah Valley keeping that energy. Cooper Brass then singles through the right side of the infield. That'll bring Houston all the way home from second. The Wolverines striking while the iron is hot. Brass keeping the pressure on the base paths, and he takes off and steals second base. Wolverines looking comfortable and in control early on, but that momentum wouldn't last long. Wildcats up with a score of 2-3. Wildcats starting to lock in defensively, getting a big out on Mason Hamlin to shift the energy back in their dugout. And that spark carries over to the offense. Brady Ladusau at the plate, and he singles clean through the right side of the infield. Grant Watkins moves all the way from first to third. Wildcats starting to put something together. And just like that, the Wildcats shift the momentum and remind the Wolverines real quick whose house they're playing in. Back and forth action, but a big response from the Wildcats when they needed it the most. And over in San Angelo, Angelo State baseball continuing on with their 40-17 record. Baseball looking for redemption after their 11-8 loss to UT Tyler, but couldn't quite get it done, falling in a 6-4 loss Saturday afternoon. Meanwhile, Angelo State softball riding a 3-game win streak, heading into the South Central Regional Tournament. They come off of wins over Lubbock Christian, UT Tyler, and Texas A&M Kingsville. And from baseball to basketball, the WNBA is back. That's right, the W kicked off their preseason games, and Dallas took on Caitlin Clark and the Fever in Indiana. And we got our first look at former University of South Florida head coach Jose Fernandez. And we got to see the #1 draft pick, AZ Fudd, at the 2 and at the 3, alongside the 2025 pick, Paige Beckers. A total of 4 draft picks on the floor between Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Fudd came off the bench, and she earned her first 2 points of her career. Now, she didn't play as much as many expected within this scheme, but no worries though, it's just preseason, just game 1 of 2. Caitlin Clark doing what she does best. Aaliyah Boston finds her at the top of the key, and Clark knocks down the 3. Becker's looking especially comfortable, drawing some contact there and then hitting Sophie Cunningham with the too small. Clark also working on her inside game, taking Odyssey Sims, the #2 2024 team draft pick, for a ride on this play. But Isaiah James stepped up and played some solid defense and locked Clark down for some stretches of the game. Raven Johnson also making her debut for the Fever at the 1 and at the 2. But overall, the connection between Clark and Kelsey Mitchell keeping the Fever grounded. With just mere seconds left in the game, Fever are down 3. Mitchell launches from deep with a chance to tie, but it's no good, and the Wings will take it 107-104. Dallas will celebrate with Coach Fernandez's first WNBA win.